everyone, welcome back to Fluent Vibe Podcast. I'm Ria, and today we're diving into something really interesting, something that's happening inside your head right now without you even realizing it.
And I'm Ethan, and trust me, by the end of this conversation, you might start questioning your own thoughts.
Exactly, because today we're talking about how your mind tricks you daily.
Sounds a little scary already.
It is, but also fascinating, because most of the time we think we're in control of our thoughts, but actually our mind is playing games with us. Let me ask you something, Ethan. Have you ever overthought a situation, like replayed it again and again in your head?
All the time, especially at night. It's like my brain suddenly decides to become a movie director.
Same here. But here's the trick. Your mind makes you believe that overthinking will solve the problem.
But it actually makes it worse.
Exactly. That's the illusion. Your brain says, think more, you'll find clarity, but instead it creates confusion.
So basically our mind pretends to help, but ends up stressing us out.
Yes, it's like a friend who gives advice, but secretly makes things harder.
Negative bias. I've noticed something, even if 9 things go right in a day, we only remember the one thing that went wrong.
That's not random. It's called negative bias. Your brain is wired to focus more on negative experiences.
Why though?
Survival. Back in ancient times, noticing danger was more important than noticing happiness. So your brain still thinks it needs to protect you even when there's no real danger.
So when I keep thinking, what if something goes wrong, it's not me, it's my brain being overprotective?
Exactly. But the problem is it doesn't know when to stop. Comparison trap. Let's be honest, sometimes the harshest voice we hear is our own.
Yeah, that voice that says you're not good enough.
Or you'll fail.
Or don't even try.
That voice feels real, but it's actually just your mind trying to keep you in your comfort zone.
So it's not truth, it's fear.
Exactly.
Why do we believe everything we think?
That's the biggest trick of all. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true.
But it feels true.
Feelings can lie, thoughts can lie, but we rarely question them.
So basically, we trust our mind too much.
Yes, without realizing it's not always reliable.
Okay, so if our mind is tricking us, how do we stop it?
First step, awareness. Just noticing this is a thought, not reality.
So instead of reacting, we observe.
Exactly. You don't fight your thoughts, you understand them.
That sounds simple, but not easy.
Nothing real is easy. You know, most people spend their whole life believing every thought they have, without ever questioning, is this actually true?
And that's where the real problem starts.
Because once your mind controls your thoughts start controlling your life.
And you don't even realize it.
But here's something even deeper. What if I told you your mind doesn't just trick you with negative thoughts?
Wait, there's more?
Oh, there's a lot more. Okay, now I'm curious. You said our mind doesn't just trick us with negative thoughts, so what else does it do? It creates stories, constantly, about people, about situations, about ourselves. Stories? Yeah, like when someone doesn't reply to your message. Oh no, I already know where this is going. Your mind starts saying, maybe they're ignoring me. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe they don't like me anymore. And none of that might actually be true. Exactly. Reality could be something simple, like they're just busy, but your mind fills the gap with assumptions. So basically, our brain hates uncertainty? Yes, it would rather create a false story than accept I don't know. That explains so much. We don't wait for facts, we just assume. And then we react emotionally to something that never even happened. That's crazy. We suffer because of our own imagination. Another trick is labeling. Like, you fail once and your mind says, I'm a failure. Or you make one mistake and suddenly you're like, I'm not smart. Exactly. One moment becomes your identity. That's actually dangerous. It is, because once you believe that label, you start acting according to it. I've heard this before. Comfort zone feels safe, but it's actually limiting. Yes, And your mind loves comfort. It will convince you to stay where you are, even if you're unhappy. Like saying, don't try, you might fail. Or stay here, at least it's familiar. So it chooses familiar pain over unknown growth. Exactly. That's one of the biggest tricks. Let's talk about something subtle, overgeneralizing. That sounds complicated. It's simple. One bad experience, and your mind turns it into a lifelong belief. Like, I got rejected once, so I'll always be rejected. Yes, or people always leave, even though that's not always true. But your mind makes it feel like a pattern, even if it's just coincidence. Sometimes I feel something so strongly that I just assume it must be true. That's called emotional reasoning, meaning I feel anxious, so something bad must be happening. I feel insecure, so I must not be good enough. But feelings aren't facts. Exactly, but your mind mixes them up. You know, what's scary? All these things feel so normal. That's why they're dangerous, because you don't even realize it's happening. Let's talk about the past. Oh, the place our mind loves to revisit at 2 a.m. Exactly. Your mind replays old mistakes, embarrassing moments, regrets, and every time it feels just as painful. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between memory and current reality. So you're basically reliving the pain, again and again. Yes, and getting stuck in a loop. I think a lot of our thoughts are influenced by what others think about us. Absolutely. Your mind constantly asks, do they like me? Did I sound weird? And then we start changing ourselves just to fit in. That's the trick. Your mind makes external validation feel like survival, even though it's not. Let's talk about two dangerous words. What if? Oh yeah, that one hits hard. What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if everything goes wrong? And you end up doing nothing. Exactly. The mind uses fear of the future to stop action in the present. So basically, most of our stress isn't from reality. It's from the stories our mind creates. That's actually kind of sad. It is, because we suffer more in imagination than in real life. But once you realize all this, does it actually help? It changes everything, because now you can pause. Pause? Yeah, instead of instantly believing your thoughts, you take a step back and ask, is this real or is this just my mind? That one question can save you from so much stress. Exactly. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. That line hits different. And once you understand that, your mind slowly loses its power over you. But I feel like there's still something deeper here. There is, because the biggest trick your mind plays, what is it? It makes you believe that you are your thoughts. You know, Ethan, even after understanding all this, there's still one trick our mind plays that most people never notice.
There's more?
Yeah, and this one is subtle, but powerful. Your mind doesn't just create thoughts, it creates an identity.
Identity. Like who we think we are.
Exactly. It tells you, this is who you are. You're this kind of person. You can't change.
So it locks you into a version of yourself?
Yes, even if that version is based on past experiences or temporary emotions.
That's scary, because people stop growing.
Exactly. The mind says, stay the same. It's safe.
I've noticed even when people are unhappy, they're afraid to change.
That's your mind again. It fears the unknown more than it dislikes discomfort.
So it keeps you stuck even when you know you deserve better.
Yes, because to the mind, familiar pain feels safer than uncertain happiness. Another trick, the word later.
Oh, procrastination.
Yes, but deeper than that. I'll start tomorrow. I'll fix my life later. I'll chase my dreams someday.
And that someday never comes.
Exactly. Your mind pushes everything important into the future, so you stay comfortable in the present.
Sometimes, even when I want to do something, my mind stops me.
With doubt,
Yeah, like, what if I'm not good enough?
that's a loop. You doubt, you don't try, you don't grow, you doubt more.
So the mind creates its own proof.
Exactly. It creates a cycle and then convinces you it's reality. Here's something interesting. Your mind always wants to be right.
What do you mean?
If you believe, I'm not confident, your mind will look for proof to support that.
Even if it's not fully true?
Yes, it ignores anything that contradicts it.
So it's biased towards our own beliefs.
Exactly. Sometimes I feel pressure, but I don't even know where it's coming from. That's internal pressure. Your mind creates expectations, like you should be more successful, you should be ahead, you should have it all figured out.
Even when no one is actually saying that.
Yes, it's all inside. Such a subtle shift.
It feels like we're constantly being pushed by something invisible.
That something is your own mind. So the goal is to control the mind? No, that's another trap. You don't control it, you understand it.
What's the difference?
Control creates resistance. Awareness creates space.
So instead of fighting thoughts, we let them pass.
Exactly. The real power is not in stopping your thoughts. It's in choosing which ones deserve your attention.
That's powerful.
Because attention is energy. Whatever you focus on grows.
So if you focus on fear, it grows.
And if you focus on clarity, that grows too. You won't notice it immediately, but slowly something changes.
What kind of change?
You stop reacting instantly. You start pausing more. You start understanding yourself.
And life feels lighter?
Yes, not because problems disappear, but because your mind stops making them heavier. So in the end, it's not about fixing the world. It's about understanding your mind. And maybe, just maybe, peace was never outside. It was hidden behind all the noise in our head. Sometimes the most dangerous tricks of the mind are the ones that feel completely normal.
Yeah, like you don't even question them.
Exactly. They become part of your daily thinking, and that's why they control you so easily.
I think a lot of people feel this, like everyone is watching them, judging them.
That's called the spotlight effect. Your mind makes you feel like you're the center of attention, even when no one is really paying that much attention.
So when I feel awkward in public,
It's mostly in your head.
that's actually relieving.
Yes, because people are too busy thinking about themselves, just like you are.
Another big one, perfection. Oh yeah, I'll start when everything is perfect.
Exactly. Your mind sets unrealistic standards and then uses them as an excuse to delay action.
So perfection becomes procrastination?
Yes, a very intelligent form of procrastination.
Sometimes it's not even fear of failure, it's fear of being seen.
That's deep. Your mind says, what if people notice me? What if they judge me? What if I stand out?
So we hide even when we have potential.
Exactly. The mind prefers invisibility over vulnerability.
Your mind also creates habits and then runs on autopilot.
Like scrolling without thinking?
Yes, or reacting in the same emotional patterns again and again.
So we're not always consciously choosing.
Most of the time we're not. I've said this so many times. I'll be happy when I achieve this.
That's a trap. Your mind keeps happiness in the future.
So you're always chasing it, but never feeling it.
Exactly. Because when you reach that goal, your mind creates a new condition.
Your mind is rarely in the present. It's either replaying the past or predicting the future.
And both create stress.
Yes, because the past brings regret, and the future brings anxiety.
So the present is the only peaceful place. Exactly.
It feels like we're constantly running without even moving.
That's the mind, always searching, always thinking, never resting.
Here's something most people don't realize. We're addicted to thinking.
Addicted?
Yes, silence feels uncomfortable, so we fill it with thoughts.
Even if those thoughts are stressful?
Yes, because the mind is used to noise.
Sometimes everything feels urgent, even when it's not.
That's another trick. Your mind creates pressure. You have to fix this now. You can't relax. You're falling behind.
And you end up overwhelmed.
Exactly. Comparison doesn't just happen once, it becomes a loop.
Meaning?
You compare, you feel less, then you compare again to confirm that feeling.
So it reinforces itself.
Yes, until you believe it completely. Yes, and your mind exaggerates it. It makes you feel like you're missing something important, even when you're not.
So you keep chasing experiences instead of enjoying the one you're in.
We try to control everything: outcomes, people, situations,
And when we can't, we feel stressed.
because the mind wants certainty.
Exactly, but life doesn't work that way.
What you resist, your mind focuses on more,
Like trying not to think about something?
and thinking about it even more.
That's so true.
Because resistance creates attention, and attention feeds the thought. It's like the more we fight our mind, the stronger it becomes.
Yes, because you're feeding it energy. Instead of fighting, try letting go.
Letting go sounds easy, but it's not.
It's not about forcing yourself, it's about allowing thoughts to come and pass.
Without reacting.
Exactly.
There are two parts of you, the thinking mind and the observing mind.
And most people live in the thinking mind.
Yes, but peace exists in the observing mind.
So awareness is like stepping back. Exactly.
Real power is silent. It's not loud thoughts, it's quiet awareness.
That's deep.
Because when you're aware, you don't get lost in every thought.
So how do we actually take control back?
Not by force, but by understanding, by noticing patterns, by questioning thoughts, by coming back to the present.
Step by step. Exactly.
Even a small pause can change everything.
Like taking one breath?
Yes, that one breath breaks the automatic cycle.
So what happens when someone truly understands all this?
They don't stop thinking, but thinking stops controlling them.
That's freedom.
Yes,
And maybe the goal was never to silence your mind.
and maybe the goal was never to silence your mind.
Because once you understand your mind, you stop being afraid of it. You stop believing every thought. You stop reacting to every fear.
And you finally start living.